What's going on, guys? My name is Casey, and thank you so much for visiting this video. I really appreciate it. I haven't made one in over 6 months, and the past 6 months have been awful. Plain awful. I suffer from chronic migraines, and if you've ever had one a day in your life, you know it feels like shit. You can't do anything, you sleep all day, the light makes you sensitive, the sounds that you hear are very sensitive, and it's just a living hell. It's a total nightmare. And I've had a migraine almost every single day over the past 6 months, and it's just been completely chaotic. But today is the first day that I've felt good in months, and it feels so awesome. I walked in school, felt like I could conquer everything. I was learning a lot better. I was pretty much starting to catch up on what I missed over the past 6 months, mainly over the past month or two being out of school. And now that's a whole other situation in of itself. But I'll get on to the main reason for this commentary. If I don't have migraines as often, that means more videos from me and more content. But because of these migraines, I've missed a lot of school, so I'm way behind. But I'm gradually catching myself up with this shitload of work that I have to do, so I don't game as much as I used to, mainly on the weekends, and maybe some during the weekday. I don't game that much anymore because I've recently been playing Call of Duty, and that was it. I was under the Call of Duty spell for a very long time, until I broke free from that weeks ago. I'm like most of you. Maybe you guys watch Thunder, Loyal Patriot, El Presador, Fisticuffs, TF141 Ghost, Mark of J, and many other channels. Those are my favorite big commentators, if you want to phrase it that way. I consider them big because I've watched them for the longest time, and I've grown to love their content. Until recently, the first smaller channel I subscribed to, sorry, I have a speech impediment, was Pacific Tomb. Thanks to Thunder for pointing me in his direction. I had no idea about the small channels that existed, and once I subbed to Tomb, I instantly loved the smaller channels. They were people like me that deal with the same frustrations in this Call of Duty community. Pissed at Infinity Ward, and pissed at Robert Bowling. I know you guys all somewhat feel the same way. I was expecting Modern Warfare 3 to be a great Call of Duty game like a lot of you. A month or two later, it dawned on me that this isn't the game I was hoping for. This wasn't the game that I loved from Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, World at War, and the granddaddy of all, COD 4. I wasn't ever a one-man army, danger close, commando lunging bitch that you see a lot of today. I played it how it was supposed to be played. And when you got into the right lobbies, man, it was fucking awesome. The connections in that game were great. That's what I loved about Modern Warfare 2. Black Ops. I loved Black Ops. I played this all the time with my friends after the release date. The only thing that bugged me with Black Ops was that Ghost was a little overpowered and second chance blopshot or noobs came up here and there. I had more of a problem with Ghost than Second Chance. I didn't get killed by Second Chance all that often. Ghost bushwookie bitches were what annoyed me the most, and that was it. Hop into the Express playlist and all that disappears. So thank you Vonderhaar and the beastly team at Treyarch for actually listening to the community and making that playlist. World at War, I didn't get it until earlier this year because of all the infections that were in that game. But once again, when you find a hacker-free lobby, it's a great game to fall back on. Gun-on-gun action. Granted, there are other parts of World at War that made it great, but I didn't have much experience in that game. I'll let Thunder and some others give you your World at War knowledge. COD 4. The Beast. The best of all Call of Duties. It started the entire franchise to what it is today. If it wasn't for the amazing minds of Jason West and Vince Zampella, we wouldn't have Call of Duty, plain and simple. As soon as Activision saw the amount of sales, emphasis on the sales, of that game, that's where the series began its slow downfall to what you see today. Activision took their focus toward the old Infinity Ward and used them to make themselves more cash. How did they do this? They wanted Modern Warfare 2 to appeal towards the Halo crowd, to sweep them up and take their money. They didn't go to their COD 4 roots, they went to Activision's greed. West and Zampella knew this was coming and they bounced to what you now see as Trollfinity Ward. I'm pretty sure the oh so wonderful minds at Activision gave them the ideas of one-man army, danger close, commando, and all the other bullshit that you see in Modern Warfare 2 that made it tank. The sales rose of course for Activision, because they're milking the shit out of the franchise. They would rather appeal to noobs than cater towards real Call of Duty players. In my opinion, as soon as the company shows actions for money, I bounce, and that's why I jumped ship from Modern Warfare 3. Right now, it's Call of Newbie Modern Trollfare 3, because that's what the new people at Infinity Ward and Activision are doing, trolling us. They're trolling the hardcore gamers that love this franchise to death, and want to see its full potential. But as long as Activision has that leash on Robert Bowling and the rest of Infinity Ward, they are Activision's bitches. They do everything the head guys at Activision tell them to do. Treyarch, on the other hand, is a game developer for actual gamers. Their community manager actually listens to the feedback of the community and treats us right, and admits where they went wrong. Vonderhaar admitted that Second Chance was a mistake. It will not be returning in their newest title in any shape or form, unlike some people who lie to their hardcore gamers at COD XP and say there is no Last Stand. Oh, you think you got us hooked when you said, "Fuck you, Last Stand," and for a quick moment, we did. We actually believed the stealth clown again, and now you see death streaks return in Modern Warfare 3. That's not what the community asked for, and there is Final Stand. Oh yeah! Now instead of being shot by a pistol, we can be shot by a primary weapon from a person who doesn't deserve to be playing the game in the first place. It's like they're taking an automatic shit on the floor and they're wiping their ass. It's unreal how many times I've died by that shit. COD 4 had no death streaks. I learned how to play COD from that game from being owned all the time. My KD was complete shit in that game. I was new to the multiplayer scene and have never experienced it before. This was a long time ago. I have every single Call of Duty purchased in chronological order except for World at War on my shelf. COD 1 through 3 on the PS2, the rest is on the Xbox 360. I started playing the Call of Duty franchise when it first came out. COD 1, finest hour for the PS2. I played Call of Duty just for the campaign at that time. I had no live connection, no Xbox yet. Straight up campaign mode on PS2. It had emotion, it had feeling, it had everything I wanted in a video game at that time. It was phenomenal. And then COD 4 comes around and it completely makes me fall in love. It's that feeling I want to feel again from Call of Duty, not this dumb shit you guys at Trollfinity Ward gave us on November 8th. That's why I have full passion for Treyarch and their team of developers, because they know how to get that feeling sparked back up again. They have the recipe now for the Call of Duty franchise to take it where it needs to be. They are fully prepared to take that challenge on. Black Ops 2 will have a completely new engine. They're also taking aspects from Battlefield, such as the destructible environments. You saw them tweaking with that on the map Discovery. That was subtle hint number 1. They're also looking at Crysis for that special effects element, and Halo for some of that sci-fi aspect, which I expect for zombies. Moon is a fabulous example. Look at how great that turned out. That's subtle hint number 2. And then you hear Hip Hop Gamer interviewing the developers themselves saying they're looking at Killzone, feeling the weight the character carries as they move. The realistic aspect. I'm going on a limb here and guessing they are making a whole new engine, not because of Infinity Ward's flop, but taking Uncharted as inspiration. Think about it. Uncharted's multiplayer looks like the actual campaign. Maybe Treyarch is looking to make that realistic step onto multiplayer. That would be huge. I'm just so excited for Black Ops 2 because I know that Treyarch is not going to be the new bitches to Activision. They are going full circle with their new game and are going with their instincts and feedback from the real Call of Duty community. It's us. And these smaller channels that I've subbed to over the past few days are also a part of the real community. Lychee, COD Brothers Gaming, SMF the GOAT, and many more. We all have a voice, and it's up to us to get that voice heard. I just want to thank you guys so much for listening to this video. I don't have a PVR or a capture card yet, so in the meantime, I'll be doing these types of discussion videos. If there's anything that I can improve for future videos, please let me know, and I will try my absolute best to keep in contact with you guys. As I said, I have a speech impediment, so you guys can make fun of me for that later. Trolls and haters are also welcome to this channel, and if you heard me stutter, like I said, throughout this discussion, like I just did there, I've had that problem since I was a kid. I'm hoping that over time this will eventually go away as I do these, and you guys are more than welcome to make fun of me for it. It was such a pleasure talking to you guys today. You guys are really helping me out by letting me vent my frustrations.